Amorim has feeling that Fernandes wants to stay. The Man United manager would go on to say more on Fernandes's potential departure. Amorim on the Bruno situation. Of course, I am the manager, I am the coach, but sometimes it is the decision of the player. I talk with him, I explain things, and I just have that feeling. When you talk with someone, you have the feeling if he wants to stay. Sometimes in a lot of games this season he was so frustrated, but he knows what we are doing. So, the feeling that I have every time I speak with him is that he wants to continue for sure in Manchester United, but you never know. Meanwhile, Sasha Tavolieri reports that Bruno Fernandes has until today to accept or reject Al Hilal's offer. They have given him everything he asked for. The United captain played the first half of their post-season friendly against Hong Kong before being subbed, with Ruben Amorim fronting a defiant stance in his thoughts on Fernandes. I think he wants to stay. He is saying no to a lot of things. The club can find other ways to make money. The feeling I get is that he wants to continue for sure with Manchester United. You never know, Amorim said in his post-match press conference. On the other side, clubs hoping to capture Bryan Mbeumo have been cautioned by Brentford manager Thomas Frank that a summer transfer will not be simple. Mbeumo, who scored 20 Premier League goals from the flank and provided 7 assists during his incredible season with the Bees, is anticipated to attract transfer interest this summer. It is clear that if he is to be sold, it must be for a nice amount. Frank said of Mbeumo to Viaplay, "It is a lot, mucho, really a lot. Then it is clear that it is impossible to replace him one for one. It cannot be done. There is a reason why he costs X number of £1 million, and we do not have X number of £1 million to buy for. I would say that I would be surprised if a lot of big clubs don't look at him. I would be surprised with what he has to offer. How many wingers score 20 goals for a mid-table club? And then with 7 assists plus his work ethic and his character. All these things mean that he has a lot, so he is a good player." Elsewhere, Alejandro Garnacho is on Al Nassr's transfer list if they fail to secure Luis Diaz this summer. Garnacho was reportedly told to find a new club by Ruben Amorim after the conclusion of their competitive season. Though the Argentine featured on the mini-tour in Asia, the expectation still remains of a departure. Additional, Manchester United ace Harry Maguire admits he expects a lot of players to leave Old Trafford this summer. He said that, "We will make a lot of changes in the summer at the club. There will be a lot of players who leave and hopefully a lot of players will come in. And that's down to the club to make sure they get that right. And it's down to us players to make sure that we are the ones that are involved." On the other side, Manchester United are seriously interested in signing Napoli striker Victor Osimhen this summer, according to reports in Italy. The Red Devils have reportedly sent representatives to Naples to hold talks over a potential deal for the Nigerian forward, and have learned what it would take to bring Osimhen to Old Trafford. Napoli claims some of United's executives, including Director of Football Negotiations Matt Hargreaves, have flown to Italy in recent days to discuss a move for Osimhen with Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis. The Serie A champions have reportedly asked for Rasmus Højlund plus €40 million, which is around to £33 million, in exchange for the 26-year-old striker who spent the 2024 to 2025 season on loan at Galatasaray. According to reports, Osimhen has no shortage of suitors after his impressive campaign in Turkey, with several top European clubs and Saudi Arabian sides expressing interest. Napoli are reportedly willing to sell the world-class Nigeria international to the highest bidder, and are said to sense serious interest from United, who have identified Osimhen as a potential first-choice number 9 for next season. Osimhen, who has 12 months left on his contract in Naples, is unlikely to have a future with the Serie A champions, who are now advancing on a deal to sign Lille striker Jonathan David on a free transfer. Meanwhile, Viktor Gyökeres' next club remains unclear, and for now, Manchester United have some hope. When Manchester United failed to win the Europa League final, the assumption was the club's chances of landing Viktor Gyökeres had gone too. Gyokeres was being strongly linked to Arsenal, and had looked to be hanging on to see if United qualified for the Champions League. A week on, the situation is cloudier than ever, with Arsenal now set to make a move for Benjamin Sesko instead. So right now, Manchester United still have a chance. Gyokeres has become one of Europe's most prolific strikers, with his outstanding goal-scoring form for Sporting over the past 2 seasons. Gyokeres was playing in the Championship with Coventry City before making the move to join Ruben Amorim at Sporting. He has gone on to score a staggering 97 goals in 102 games. And just this week, he has been reflecting on his decision. Gyokeres told Scandinavian outlet Bold, "It was the best choice of my life. It was a fantastic opportunity, and I had a great time," he added. "We have had many great moments and good matches. I have grown as a player and have become better, also as a person." Manchester United's first signing of the summer is almost complete, with a fee agreed with Wolves for Matheus Cunha. Cunha is comfortable signing for United without Champions League football, and Viktor Gyökeres should make the same move, and Victor Osimhen. Gyokeres has already acknowledged the brilliance of his decision to move to Sporting, when he chose to put his faith in Ruben Amorim. Now he should make the same move, and place his trust in the Manchester United head coach, who needs a centre-forward to lead his project. Joining United would be a bold move for Gyokeres, and if it was a move he chose to make, the bravery should be admired. If Osimhen and Gyokeres chooses Man United like Cunha, next it will be scared, but not us. On the other side, Manchester United are gearing up for a major summer overhaul, with Brazilian forward Matheus Cunha set to become the club's first signing of the window. His arrival is being hailed as a significant coup, not only because of his impressive versatility and attacking output, but also due to the fact United managed to convince him to join, despite having no European football next season. Cunha is expected to operate in one of the 2 attacking midfield roles behind the striker in new manager Ruben Amorim's preferred 3-4-2-1 formation. However, reports suggest that United's recruitment drive is far from over. According to Give Me Sport, the club is targeting at least 4 more signings after Cunha, with Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo emerging as a priority. The 25-year-old enjoyed a breakout season in the Premier League, scoring 20 goals and providing 8 assists. United have already opened talks with Mbeumo's representatives, and respected journalist Fabrizio Romano has confirmed the club's interest. With the winger entering the final year of his contract, Brentford are expected to sell for around £50 million. Initially, United had aimed to secure a deal for Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap early in the window. However, Delap is reportedly leaning towards a move to Chelsea due to their participation in European competition. With that deal in doubt, United have shifted their focus to Mbeumo, and Amorim is said to be keen to accelerate the move if Delap rejects Old Trafford. Interestingly, reports also suggest that signing both players is not out of the question, but if Delap goes to Chelsea, United's pursuit of Mbeumo is expected to intensify significantly. Should Mbeumo arrive, he would likely line up alongside Cunha in the 2 number 10 positions behind a new striker, forming a dynamic and creative attacking duo. This setup would result in club captain Bruno Fernandes moving into a deeper midfield role, a position he adapted to under Amorim towards the end of last season. From that deeper role, Fernandes can dictate the tempo of games and provide control in central areas, which aligns with Amorim's tactical vision. The potential arrivals of Cunha and Mbeumo could signal the formation of an entirely new front 3 at United next season. The club remains in the market for a new centre-forward, especially after the setback in the Delap pursuit. With Cunha and Mbeumo operating just behind the striker, United would boast a revitalised and unpredictable attack, something they lacked in the previous campaign. One key factor yet to be determined is whether Mbeumo is willing to join a club without European football. While nothing is confirmed, Team Talks transfer insider Fraser Fletcher has revealed that the Brentford star is intrigued by the idea of joining Manchester United, largely due to the club's global stature and the chance to be part of an ambitious rebuild. While that isn't a guarantee, it is a positive sign for United's recruitment hopes. Looking ahead, Manchester United's transfer plans appear clear: strengthen in attack, midfield, and defence. Following the arrival of Cunha, the club is pushing for Mbeumo, actively searching for a striker, and also expected to pursue a new central midfielder and central defender. With Ruben Amorim now at the helm and a new playing style being implemented, United's early movements in the market suggest that a bold new era could be underway at Old Trafford. Elsewhere, the 2025 summer transfer window approaching, it's clear that Manchester United needs a major squad overhaul. In this video, we're breaking down who should stay and who should be sold as the club rebuilds under manager Ruben Amorim. Based on performance, attitude, injury records and tactical fit, we've reviewed 34 first-team players. Out of those, only 15 make the cut to stay at Old Trafford, while 19 are either up for sale or should be released. Starting with the goalkeepers, Andre Onana hasn't shown the consistency needed at the top level, especially in high-pressure moments, and should be sold. Altay Bayındır hasn't had a real chance to impress, but there's little confidence he can grow into a reliable number 2, so he should be moved on as well. Veteran Tom Heaton, on the other hand, should stay for one more season, bringing valuable experience and leadership to the dressing room. In defense, Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire are all retained, but only as short-term squad options, likely to be phased out in 2026. Young talent like Leny Yoro represents the future and should be the defensive cornerstone moving forward. Meanwhile, Victor Lindelöf and Johnny Evans will leave as their contracts expired in this summer. Luke Shaw's ongoing injury problems make him an unreliable option, so it's time to consider a sale or a loan with an obligation to buy. Diogo Dalot doesn't quite fit Amorim's system and should be sold, while Noussair Mazraoui are better suited and should stay. Harry Amas, despite his potential, is another player who can be moved on, with belief in the academy producing better alternatives. The midfield also needs trimming. Manuel Ugarte, though limited technically, offers strong defensive cover and can be a useful squad player. Casemiro and Christian Eriksen, two experienced figures, should be allowed to leave. Casemiro to free up wages and bring in transfer funds, and Eriksen on a free as he will leave this summer, and he played his last Premier League match in Manchester United. Mason Mount, unfortunately, hasn't been able to stay fit or justify his wages and should be sold. Bruno Fernandes is absolutely vital and must stay, while Kobbie Mainoo is seen as a future star and a key part of the rebuild. Younger midfielder like Toby Collier should stay. In the forward line, sweeping changes are needed. Jadon Sancho and Antony haven't lived up to expectations and should be sold, especially if a decent fee can be secured. Marcus Rashford, while a local talent, looks like he could benefit from a fresh start elsewhere, and with reported interest from abroad, this might be the right time to cash in. In a bold move, even Alejandro Garnacho is on the sell list, a decision aimed at maximizing value and building a more consistent, team-focused squad. On the other hand, Amad Diallo has shown glimpses of quality and deserves to stay and develop further. Rasmus Højlund, following a dip in form, could benefit from a loan move with an obligation to buy later. Joshua Zirkzee should be kept for another season to prove his worth. Among the younger strikers, Chido Obi Martin is retained due to his immense potential. All in all, this plan involves keeping just 15 players while letting go of 19. A bold, ruthless approach to building a squad capable of challenging at the highest level again. Under Amorim, the focus will be on energy, discipline, technical quality, and a stronger squad mentality. The rebuild starts now, and tough decisions are necessary to get Manchester United back where it belongs. On the other side, Manchester United ace Rasmus Højlund could be on the move after another disappointing season at Old Trafford. According to Inter Live, Inter Milan are interested in signing Højlund during the summer transfer window. A deal could be reached to sign the striker on loan with an obligation to buy. The same source claims United's asking price could be lower than is being estimated in the media, and the Denmark international's £3.5 million wages are said to be affordable for Inter. Meanwhile, Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim blasted his players once again by saying they choke in every game. This comes after United suffered an embarrassing 1-0 defeat to the ASEAN All-Stars in a post-season friendly. He said that, yes, a disappointing result, but no injuries and a tough pitch. We don't have it in us not to choke in every exercise, in every game. That is what happened. We should win these kind of games, no matter what. We need to bring that inside of us in every game. The important thing is no injuries with this weather and to arrive here in this day. It is not an excuse. We should perform better.